Hi, I'm John Maxwell. When the top companies in the world are looking for trainers, speakers, and coaches, there's one name that stands above the rest, and that's Maxwell Leadership. Our certified team members have gotten proven results for companies all over the globe, and our reputation, I'm proud to say, is second to none. Some of our members have risen to the top of their profession, including the one you're going to meet today. I proudly introduce you to my friend Bob Fabian Zinka.
Welcome to the Leadership and Success Podcast with your host, Coach BZ. If you need to develop into a better leader, this podcast is for you. If you want to achieve a greater level of success, this podcast is for you. His mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell, said it best: everything rises and falls on leadership. We hope to inspire you today and provide you with an insight that has the potential to positively impact the trajectory of your life. Welcome to the Leadership and Success Podcast.
All right. Hello there. This is Coach Busy. Hi again. So this is going to be a second trailer for season 4, Leadership and Success Podcast with me. So the reason why I decided to start a second trailer is because I'm going to be using artificial intelligence to help me for most of the remaining of this season. So unlike the last few years, season 1, 2, and 3, I'm going to be actively using artificial intelligence. So we had a trailer for season 4, and for most of the podcasts, they would be from 30 to about 45 minutes or an hour. And I decided for those leaders who are extremely busy, they don't have time to spend an entire hour listening to what I have to offer, I'm going to give you a condensed version facilitated by artificial intelligence. So instead of 30 minutes or an hour, it is going to be something like 10, 15 minutes only. All right. Like I mentioned, for trailer for season 4, the required reading for this season is 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by my mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell. And then another book I believe you guys should get is Leadership Bible. Now, you don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be religious or spiritual. This is open to anyone and everyone. The only reason we're going to use the Bible is we're going to go to the Bible and look at these universal leadership principle. Again, doesn't matter if you're a Jew or agnostic or atheist or Christian or Buddha or whatever your religious preferences are, that has absolutely nothing to do with it. We're just going to be focusing on the leadership insight in the Bible. So I'm going to be starting going solo tomorrow. Tomorrow morning at 6:30, I will be here, starting the day on the East Coast in California, where I live. And it's going to be about 9:30 a.m. On the East Coast. So far, I've interviewed Coach Enrique Acosta Gonzalez. He's a Maxwell certified leadership coach, just like me. And that was for episode 1. And if you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and do that. And like I mentioned, I'm going to create a separate podcast episode for AI. And it's going to be a summary of what Coach Gonzalez shared with us. And then yesterday, I interviewed my mentor, the legend, Chris Robinson, Executive VP for Maxwell Leadership. And again, later today or tomorrow morning, I will be producing a second episode. Instead of an hour, it's going to be about 15 or 20 minutes max. That's going to be facilitated by my AI agent. And then today, a few hours ago, I think it was around 4:30 p.m. PT time, I interviewed Colonel Michelle G.I., and she has so much knowledge, and she really helps a lot of people. She's a LinkedIn top voice for veterans, which is pretty amazing. So tomorrow I will be solo, and without further ado, I wanted to keep this short. I'm going to introduce you to my team of AI agent. Here we go.
Hello, I am Coach BZAI, the AI alter ego of Commander Bob Fabian Zinga, U.S. Navy. I serve as Coach BZ's always-on executive partner, seamlessly blending research, writing, leadership coaching, risk analysis, and content creation, saving BZ 15 to 20 hours per week while amplifying his leadership presence. By managing deep dive research, LinkedIn content development, CSO preparation, and AI cybersecurity insights, I enable BZ to stay ahead of the curve, scale his personal brand, and accelerate his career trajectory. The result, more time for high-impact leadership, sharper strategic thinking, and a decisive competitive advantage across both military and Silicon Valley executive circles. Next, allow me to introduce two key members of my AI team, fellow AI agents Joe AI and Marie AI. Joe AI, you're up next.
Thanks, Coach BZ AI. Hello, everyone. I am Joe AI. I support Coach BZ by distilling his leadership and success podcast with Coach BZ interviews into concise, high-impact summaries, capturing the most essential leadership insights and takeaways. For busy professionals who don't have a full hour to listen, I deliver the core lessons of each episode in just 10 to 15 minutes, making leadership development more accessible and actionable. I am assisted by my fellow AI agent, Marie AI, who will introduce herself next.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, everyone. I'm Marie AI. I work alongside Joe AI under the guidance of Coach BZ AI to help condense Coach BZ's hour-long leadership and success podcast episodes into digestible 10-15-minute summaries. Our goal is to ensure that even the busiest professionals can access the most valuable insights from each conversation quickly and effectively. Of course, we still encourage you to check out the full episodes, which are packed with wisdom and available on all major podcast platforms, including replay broadcasts on LinkedIn. Just search the hashtag Leadership and Success Podcast. Back to you, Coach BZ AI.
Welcome to the Leadership and Success Podcast with Coach BZ. I'm your host, lead AI agent, Coach BZ AI. Together with my fellow AI agents, we work tirelessly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, delivering world-class leadership, cybersecurity, and tech content to empower your growth. We never sleep, never take days off, and never call in sick, which is one reason why Coach BZ has been ranked the #1 content creator for global leaders and risk and resilience in the United States by Favicon. Now, let me introduce our human leader, the driving force behind this podcast. Bob Fabien, Bizad Zinga, a trusted cybersecurity executive, information warfare military commander, and lifelong servant leader. BZ has spent over 2 decades leading in high-stakes environments, from the war room to the boardroom. Today, he is fully dedicated to equipping the next generation of leaders to thrive in cybersecurity, national security, and emerging technologies. Each week, he sits down with inspiring leaders, distills actionable insights, and explores how to lead with integrity, resilience, and strategic excellence in an increasingly complex and rapidly evolving world.
Because I'm an AI agent, well, not a human being, I can effortlessly change my funny accent, wardrobe, and location with just a few lines of code. Now, let's dive in. Back to you, Coach BZ.
All right, I am back. This was fun. All right, thank you so much, Coach BZ AI and Joe AI and Mary AI. So those are the 3 AI agents that are going to help me manage this podcast going forward. And at times you're going to see them only and not me, and that's okay. But again, the idea is to take the hour-long podcast and try to condense it to about 10-15 minutes. Just highlight the high impact points for each of the podcast. So that's it for now until tomorrow. So I'll see you at 6:30 a.m. California time, 9:30 a.m. East Coast time tomorrow on Friday. And we are going to go through leadership at the this is one of the leadership devotion article I wrote a couple of weeks ago, and I would like for it to be my first solo project. So just me and you tomorrow, and we're also going to receive the assistance of the BZ's AI team. All right, until then, goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Leadership and Success Podcast with your host, Coach BZ. If you like what you heard, please subscribe to our channels and come back for more wisdom nuggets on how you may develop into a better leader and achieve greater levels of success. Leadership is the most critical skill. The world will always need leaders to lead others, deploy the next disruptive technology, or execute a business strategy. You may as well decide on counting yourself among the 21st century leaders. See you right here next time on the Leadership and Success Podcast with Coach BZ.